We're recording, Dr. Pearson.
Howdy.
This is the first of a faculty chat we're going to do with some faculty during our social distancing at Tusculum. So, first question, how are you doing?
I'm fine. The teaching online is more natural for me than many other people, and so the moment that this became a reality, I just started to nerd out on preparing how things were going to look and what they were going to be. So I got pretty neurotic about how things are presented really, really quickly, and that nervous energy just keeps me going and keeps me working.
I feel like it's the nerd time of the year right now. So, second question for you. What advice do you have for students right now who may be like, "Oh my goodness, what this is so difficult for me." What's your advice for them to move online?
What you've got to recognize about a stressful time like this is um, there are escapes from all of the pressures in the world around you. And sometimes you need to just take some time and be away from the academics. And sometimes the academics can really be your escape. You're not studying what you're studying because it's just a wild and funky idea. You're studying what you're studying in most cases because there's something about it that really jazzes you and gets you excited. This is the time to find those things and explore those things on your terms for what you want to do. And I really do encourage the students who are coming through my classes, which are a pain mathematically sometimes, just to say, just step back from the mathematics and look at the big picture. Why
Mhm.
are you studying what you're studying, and what are you going to be able to accomplish with this when it's done?
That's great advice. For you as a professor, what's been the hardest part of this transition?
The hardest part is missing the contact with the people. Most of our students didn't come to Tusculum to do online. Some of them did, but most of our students, particularly in the sciences,
Mm,
online wasn't on their radar at all. They like being in the classroom. They like the engagement with the professor. And I came here to teach because I like that engagement. I like the engagement in a classroom that isn't 80 some odd students large. So being able to know the students and have that engagement. Now, you can do things online where you don't lose that knowledge of who the student is. And sometimes it even works that get to know the student better. Um, but all sorts of human contact things are hard to be without as we go through this.
totally agree. So for you personally, what kind of activity has been helpful for you to do while we're all social distancing in our own homes?
Well, preparing classes honestly is what I came here to do. And this whole transition just means I've got to solve the problems of how I present some really complicated stuff in a different sort of way. I mean, physical chemistry is not a course that anybody ever bargained on teaching online. And so I've got a whole lot that I need to go through in terms of, okay, I'm not going to get everything covered in the sophistication that it needs, that it, what I want to see it covered at. What is the minimum that still gets me the quality of student understanding that I want? See, investing in that and making sure the job is still done well takes a lot of the other stressors and pushes them aside. You
That's
control what
great.
you can control, and
Yeah.
everything else that you can't control, you don't watch the news. You can't control that. Why are you putting your energy into things
It's
you can't
true.
control?
It's true. I think for those of us who are big planners, this
Right.
has been really tough. I didn't realize I was as much of a planner as I am until this, and just not knowing, what the next four
Right.
four to 6 weeks is going to look like. It kind of just makes you step back, and you can only control today and what
Right.
you're doing today.
Right. And you can put your best effort into what is in front of you today.
Yeah. Yes. Amen. Okay. Two more questions, fun questions. Is there a film or movie you would recommend students or even staff or faculty take in while we're all at home
I
on Netflix?
am not a movie person at
Okay.
all, even in doing this. Oh, don't you get bored? If I get bored, I actually find old soccer seasons on YouTube, and I actually watch old soccer matches. That's my
Wow.
binge television, if you will.
That's
Um,
great.
but I'm very much a music person.
Okay,
Um,
album then, album.
Jimmy Eat World, Integrity Blues. um,
Nice.
and the concept behind the album really hits hard for the moment we're in. It's all what you do when no one is there. It's all what you do when no one cares. Um,
Nice. Oh, that's
so
great. I haven't
yeah,
listened to that one. I'll have to try it.
yes,
All right. Dr. Pearson, thank you so much. This has been
y'all
fun.
y'all be good now.
All right.